Today I'm not going to make soap, I'm going to make a room spray. And this is solely so that I can gauge what I like in fragrance and what I don't like. I've never really used essential oils. I'm not someone who wears perfumes, I don't use air fresheners. So I need to discover the scents I like and then what makes it worthwhile to convert to soap. Even though I have to take into account that soaps, not all fragrances will work with soap. So I'm gonna make 3 different room sprays. I've got here my trusty notepad. I've got a bathroom spray, which is lemon, tea tree, peppermint, and eucalyptus. The haul, so it's a welcoming scent of sweet orange, grapefruit, bergamot, and ginger. And then for the snug, lavender, sweet orange, cedarwood, and patchouli. Now, I probably wouldn't put those many scents into a soap, maybe keeping it more simple where I make cold process soap, but it just will give me an understanding of what I really like, and perhaps, I'm wondering, do I like patchouli? Not sure. So we're going to do this, and then the next session I'll do cold process soap with a working around of those fragrances. So when you're using essential oils, protect your surfaces and protect your hands. Essential oils are immiscible in water, so what we need to start with is by adding them to the witch hazel. Now I've got T. Dickinson's witch hazel, clinical grade, there's no alcohol in it, this is pure, and I'm going to use distilled water. I'm not sure if you technically need to use distilled water, but we're really hard water here, so I'm discovering with cold process soap making, I need to be using distilled, not tap water. So if I I'm going to do my bathroom spray first, which I'm quite excited about, scales, and I'm going to add 150 ml of witch hazel. Took a bit of time. Okay, now with the bathroom spray, I've got 3 ml of lemon, I've got 1.5 ml of peppermint, no, tea tree, apologies, 1.5 ml of tea tree, 1 ml of peppermint, and 0.5 of eucalyptus. So I'm going to use the gram scales now. One thing I just remembered, always work in a well ventilated room, so forgive me, but I'm going to open my windows. I need 1.5 of tea tree. Zero my scales. Um, 1 ml of peppermint, again zeroing, and 0.5 of eucalyptus. Okay, these are all pretty potent. Now in here you can see that there's an oil layer on the top of the witch hazel, so I'm going to give it a nice good shake. And then I'm going to top up with distilled water. Let's see if these pipettes work. Yes! Okay. I like that. And the second one is for our haul. So I have sweet orange, grapefruit, bergamot, and ginger. Okay, so same process, starting with the witch hazel. Okay. All right. Witch hazel done. Time to 0. Sweet orange 3 ml. Grapefruit is 1.5 ml. That was another thing I wanted to do, the reason using the room sprays. You can see I have a mixture of large and small essential oils. These were the more expensive types, the ones that have been tested. They're aromatherapy oils, they have all of their accreditation. And obviously it's a complete waste to be putting those ones into cold process soap where it's going to heat up and potentially on some of the fragrances you can lose the smell. So I thought nicer to use them in a room spray, get used to the fragrances of the oils and the mixtures, and it wouldn't diminish their quality. So that was grapefruit, and now I have bergamot. I'll 0 the scales. This is 1 ml of bergamot. And then 0.5 of ginger. Oh, that's pretty potent. You can really smell that sweet orange coming through. And now normally I'd use a Pyrex measuring jug, but someone took it out into the garage to use it on some DIY, so we don't have it at the moment. Okay, so last one, and this one is for the snug, which is where we sit in the evenings here, so it's maybe a more relaxed scent. I think this is the one I'm most nervous about as to whether I like patchouli. You've got cedarwood, sweet orange and lavender. Sure, I don't know. Anyway, it's a trial, can see what I like, what I don't like. Now I've got my aromatherapy lavender, which I need 2 ml. Oh. That one was actually out. Looks like I can't make it. I ran out of lavender, my fault. To the drawing board. I'll come back in 5. Okay, so we had some last minute changes. I'm now going to use patchouli because I need to know if I like it or not. Sandalwood, bergamot and lemon. So we've sandalwood. Bergamot. Lemon. Oh, might as well have to call it a day because I can't get the lid off the bergamot and I'm getting a bit of a headache. Okay, so I've got 2 good ones. One failed because I miscounted on how much lavender I had. And we're all done. Now the telling is in the cleaning. See you next time.